Happy Sunday to each and every one of you joining us live this evening. If you happen to be catching a replay, happy whatever day it is to you that you're watching this. My name is Sonic Jones. We are here for our Sunday evening leadership meeting. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday, and if you gathered with family or friends, congratulations to you. That's what it's about nowadays. Now, just really being able to be with loved ones, ladies and gentlemen, whether they're blood or not. So I hope you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend. We had some amazing sales, ladies and gentlemen, that was dropped for Black Friday and continuing on with Cyber Monday. Miss Alexandra, Lord, Miss Paul Scarcella was just so gracious to, really discount a lot of the products, give away a lot of freebies. And the good news is that if you're here live with us, it's not over. It's not over. You can actually still log in, get yourself some great products at a great price, and you can still advertise through Cyber Monday, which is tomorrow, to get your sales up and everything else, ladies and gentlemen. That being said, let's go ahead and now let's take a trip to the coach's corner. What you got? The people's coach, Sonic Jones. I know since we had Thanksgiving weekend, and I see a few people on camera. Raise your hand if you watched any kind of football over the holiday. Anybody watching any ball game? I see a few hands go up. So hopefully your team's lost. I mean, won. Sorry, no, I'm just going to say no, but no. But listen, I haven't watched. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched any football. I probably watch the Super Bowl every year. I haven't been into sports. It's just something to me about watching a bunch of millionaires play on a field when I'm trying to help people get to the millionaire status. I feel my time could be, a little off to other things, but that's just me personally. I know a lot of people did engage in football and watch the game, but did you guys know that our green organics business is a game too? It is. It really, really is. And here's the thing. I want you to ask yourself this very, very important question. Are you truly in the game or are you just watching the game? I'm going to say that again. Are you truly in the game or are you just watching the game? I remember growing up, in the projects of the Bronx, man, we did a lot of things for fun. And one of those things that a lot of my friends like to do was go to the arcade and play games. Now, I did not like that. It was just something about me giving up money instead of being able to make money. I don't know. This has always been in me, right? But it's just throwing money away, for a few minutes, just of some excitement. It wasn't my thing. I was never really into the video games. But did you guys know that nowadays people are actually getting paid to play video games and stream it online? Like my son is into this. I can't for the life of me understand how you're sitting up there watching someone else just play these games. Like you're not even playing yourself. But that's a real thing. And people are making money by doing that. But ask yourself, who's making the money? Is it the people that's playing the game, or is it the people that's watching them play the game? I ask that because here's the real thing. There's three types of people in the world, ladies and gentlemen. We have those that are in the game, those that watch the game, and those that don't even know the game is being played. Which one are you? Which one are you? See, I humbly would suggest, as a coach, that you get in the game. And not only you get in the game, but you get in the game and play to win. Stop being a fan or stop being what I call a professional cheerleader. We're just cheering others on. No, I think humbly, you need to be in the game. We need you in the game. Okay. And, but it's up to you. You're going to have to ask yourself, are you ready to not only be in the game, but to change the game? Growing up, my company, X Factor Entertainment, um, our tagline, was the game is about to change. Are you prepared to change the game? Or are you satisfied being on the sideline and watching others play and watching others win? So if you're ready to play and not watch, but play, do me a favor. Type in the comment section in your chat, just type game changer. I just want to see who's ready to play the game and then change the game. That being said, we're going to get ready and get started for our leadership call. If you do not know the gentleman that's about to speak to you, let me just let you know it's not me. I have the privilege of introducing a gentleman who's been in this industry for well over a decade. And in that time period, and I gotta say, relatively short time period, this gentleman has done some amazing things. He's helped so many people, literally all across the world, change their lives financially, change their mindset, and just, has been a vessel to help people get ahead in business, ladies and gentlemen. And in doing so, he's amassed a nice little fortune himself. He's a seven-figure earner, not just in the industry, but in our company here with Green Organics as well. And he's going to take his time this evening to share some knowledge, which, if you know what I know, they say knowing is half the battle. So you guys get the privilege of really learning from one of the best, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, without further ado, I just want to just introduce to you guys Mr. Will Zanders. Mr. Zanders, are you there, sir?
Coach, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. How are you this evening?
Man, perfect, man. I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate these visits to the Coach's Corner. I'm glad you let me kind of bully you into keep going with these. I know it's supposed to be like just a one-time thing, man, but the response is so great and the knowledge is always so on point. I just really want to speak on behalf of everybody at the company, because a lot of people watch these replays. A lot of people that aren't even on your team or even my team get so much value from that, man. So I just want to appreciate you giving to the community and the industry at large. And I pray that God gives you many, many more years to do the same and enjoy the fruits of your labor, man. So thank you so much for sharing that wisdom with the crew, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive into some information. Just going to do some quick accountability for Black Friday. I wasn't going to do it, the accountability part, but it is hard, I think, to lead for years and years and years and help develop the next crew of leadership in the industry and in our company more specifically, without being able to continue to operate at a high level for a year, 5 years, 10 years, and beyond. And everything I told you on the Black Friday training, I hope y'all were on it, that you have a chance to make your hit record. You have a chance if you just do it and rip the Band-Aid off and just put the work in to do what Jessica Hill did, to do what Ed Banks did, to do what Coach Sonic did as well, hit a new income goal, hit a new income milestone as well, and what a lot of people on the team did. So what Coach Marcus did, a lot of people went all out and hit income levels. I know Sydney Brown hit a new income goal and she was like, man, I ain't worried about that. I've got to get the next one. She didn't even hype it up. But congratulations to her and everybody as well. Now, me personally, when Coach Sonic was talking about, football games, that hits near and dear to my heart on a regular basis. And I love it. I love the commentary because I'm going to tell you, I have not watched one entire football game all season. I always check to see if my team won or lost because I like the Ravens, period, point blank, end of story. But I had to really think about it. Man, have I seen a game all season? I have not. I might have seen a clip if I was at the gym listening to personal development. Might have seen it on the big screens. I have not seen the game all season. And I remember when I was building my network marketing business years ago, acquiring the skills, building my first team, learning how to make the magic happen, taking those knocks on the chin, and going to the School of Hard Knocks. There is no other network marketing school to go to, by the way. It's the School of Hard Knocks. Any top earner will tell you that. But I took everything that I told you to do and I went and did it. Okay, I'm just let you know I went and did it. And in the last 4 days, I was looking at my commissions. This is no cap, no whatever. I made $7,997 in commissions in the last 4 days. And that does not include any auto ship first of the month from either company. I took all of those numbers out, and it is just Black Friday sales and activity, $7,997. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I get another order in off the phone tonight before I go to bed. I'm not gonna not clear $8,000 for Black Friday. I'm not gonna do it. And the reason I tell you that is because no matter where you're at, no matter what you don't think you have that you can do, it's been done in network marketing with less tools, less talent, less viewership, less availability, and less training. Okay. Back when Coach Sonic started network marketing, when Coach Marcus started network marketing, when I started network marketing, but no Facebook. Facebook wasn't out when I even started, but I know for them it probably wasn't out, or if it was, they wasn't even using it because it wasn't a thing yet. Wasn't no leads, nobody knew nothing about that. Wasn't no text message, fun scripts to use. It was all talking to human beings. And if you couldn't see him in person, you would see him on the phone. That ain't no way you talk to him on the phone. Wasn't no video chat, wasn't none of that. So no matter what tools you don't have, oh, if I had this or I had that or wrong. You got neighbors, you got coworkers, you got family members. And if you take the massive action, I've said this a million times, I've never stop saying it. Nobody's going to stop you but you, and every no leads you closer to a yes, and that's a fact. And I got some no's this last 4 days. I got some new people that blocked me on Facebook. I was happy about that. I got some new people that left me on red. I was like, cool, bet. I'm be putting you on my list, my list to really get after it, my motivational list of people who didn't want to work with me or didn't want to support me, things of that nature. And so I tell you that to say the stuff that we teach still works. It's never not going to work. I don't care if you're new to the industry, or I don't care if you've been here so long that you don't have the will. I don't have no warm market. I don't have no hot market. None of that matters. Every challenge you are possibly going to give yourself, top earners have experienced it, and we still experience it till today, period, point blank, end of story. I ain't had a haircut in a month. It's No Shave November. It ain't about what you look like. All I did was shower and brush my teeth. You don't have to be cute. You don't have to be attraction marketing. Is not about how pretty you are. Okay. It's about the value that you give, the skills you give, the belief you have in your products, the belief you have in opportunity. We didn't have no video on black seed oil before we made it. We didn't have no video on a line before we got that. We didn't have no video on cayenne pepper. But we didn't have none of that. We had to make it, and you can do it too. So no excuses, no excuses at all. You will have another opportunity to make a great story for yourself if you haven't already, and that's by taking advantage of the Cyber Monday deals. I'll do another training in the customer testimonial group for that. So I have people. It doesn't matter. The point is, everything we tell you works. We're never going to teach you anything that doesn't work. Period, point blank, end of story. And if the stuff that Coach Sonic was teaching didn't work, we wouldn't be having this call. If the stuff I teach you didn't work, Coach Marcus would have been told Paula, we got to shut that Will Zanders guy up. He's just leading people the wrong way. If the stuff that Coach Marcus didn't teach you, or that Coach Tina didn't teach, if that stuff didn't work, we would protect you by not letting people even train you or coach you or giving people a platform. So let me be frank. That's just tops. I love Black Friday. I wish we had it more often. I can't wait till next year. And I want to break the record that I just set for my personal self. I want to break that next year. I'm already thinking about next year and how can I do Black Friday again? Okay. Now we're going to talk about seasons. We're going to talk about seasons right now. And seasons are an indisputable, unbreakable part of cycles of the way that just God set the universe up. Period, point blank in the story. Seasons matter. And it's always going to be the same for winter, summer, spring, fall, whatever order they come in. I think it's winter, then spring, then summer, then fall. It doesn't necessarily match up with the calendar per se, but it is going to match up with your life, in your business. Will, what does that mean? You're going to have a summer in your health where your health is amazing. Everybody's had at least one summer, at least at some point. And that summer can mean different for other people, depending on a lot of factors. But you're going to have a winter too. And sometimes when you're just not feeling well physically, that is life. The length of the seasons can differ, but you will have a season of good time at some point. And you will have a season of not so good at some point. That's in your health. That's in your relationship. If you're in a relationship, you're going to have some summers and some springs. That's amazing. And then you're going to have some fall time, which is good because that's your harvest season. That's the harvest season. And that has to sustain you through the winter with your partner because there's going to be winter, period, point blank in the story. Anybody on here been married more than 2 days? More than 2 days. Y'all know they got winters. If you've dated anybody for an extended period of time, if you've watched your parents, if your parents were together for any amount of time, you saw all of those seasons. Well, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't just stop there. It's the same thing in your business. Your business is going to have a summer, it's going to have a spring, it's going to have a winter, and it's going to have a fall where you're really harvesting. Okay, at 100%, these are going to be the 4 seasons of your business. It's the season of your athletic career. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You go get Michael Jordan tore his ACL. That's wintertime. He had to step away from the game for like 2 seasons, 3 seasons. That's wintertime. Then he came back, won championships. Okay, that's harvest time. That's summertime. That's fun. Olympics. That's fun. Your business is no different. And if you're in a winter in your business, the winter will not last forever. But understand that you're in a winter because all of us have winters. Everyone has a winter. I was in a winter probably 2 months ago. You might not have known. I'm not going to whine about it, but yes, there are winters 100% in every aspect of your life. But if you focus on it, you understand the wisdom of the age of success principles. You understand that it's only temporary. Another season will come, guaranteed. You mentally don't get in the mind state of depression and oh, it won't work and oh, this or that or the third, and you're going to come out of that. Now, here's the catch, or here's one of the many catches. I'll give you 2. Number 1, you cannot expect a harvest season when you didn't do any sowing. And Coach Sonic just talked about that. Are you even in the game? Are you even in the game? And you know if you're in the game or not. You don't have to feel some type of way about the money that some people make in the industry if you know you wasn't in the game. If you know you wasn't in. We had date night last night, MJ and I did. And I was like, ooh, we got to wrap this up early. Sorry. It's the end of the month. I didn't even know. I thought today, that's how my schedule was, how busy I was. I was glued to the phone, and she just had to understand that. She had to understand, oh, it's end of the month, it's Black Friday, it's beginning of the month. Ain't be glad we had any type of date, anything. And I had to cut that short. And a lot of people won't understand that level of dedication, but I wasn't going to not do what I know I needed to do for the business because the business feeds my family. You got to understand that conceptually. And once that's done, then you can invest and do all of that cool speculative investments in crypto and stuff. But get your bread right up front with the business that you have. Like, you got to really understand that concept. So that's the caveat. There's seasons for everything. You can't let the winners take you out. Winners is only 25% of what you got. The other 75% is going to be relatively awesome. And the caveat is you can never sow stuff that you didn't, you're not going to reap stuff that you ain't sow. That's a spiritual principle. As you soweth, so shall you reapeth. Thus says the Lord, or thus says the law. If you really look deeper at the esoteric meaning. So don't be upset. Don't be down. Don't be disappointed. Just think to yourself, you know what? I'm going to keep it real with myself. I really didn't so like talking about it. I probably prioritized football more than building at some point. I might have prioritized, making sure I got to play with my kids and go to their games a little bit more than I would have done some other things. Listen, sacrifices will always have to be made, but I can tell you that temporary sacrifices of things that you like will get you permanent possession of the things that you love. And I'll say that again. Temporary sacrifices of things that you like, football or whatever else it may be. Temporary sacrifices of things that you like will get you permanent possession of things that you love. You may really like that $130 for that auto ship. You may really like that $130. That's nice. I like it. If I was walking on the street, I wouldn't leave it on the ground, but you would love $1,300. You would love, now I don't mean the love of money, but I mean, you'd really appreciate having 10 times that. You'd appreciate making $8,000 in a weekend. You would like that. That would be very helpful for some people. But in order to do that, there are certain seeds that you have to sow in sowing season so you can reap in harvest season. And the last caveat I'll give you, we'll move on to the next part of the call, and put in the comments that, let me know if this is even making any sense at all. Put seasons in the chat if any of this is making sense at all. Just type seasons in the chat. If it's not making sense, put don't make sense in the chat. Let me just make sure. I don't want to leave nobody behind. I want to make sure people get it. If it don't make sense, this is the time to talk. We are all family here, and there's no stupid answers. There's no dumb questions. There's just unanswered questions or unasked questions. Okay, good. I'm hoping y'all really picking it up. Now, what I will say this too, from a caveat standpoint, from a season and sowing standpoint, I'll save it for then. Let's move to say, I'll save it. Don't worry, I'll come back to it. Let's move on to a really quick duplication secret that a lot of old school networks. So y'all got seasons. I ain't got to harp on it too much. Y'all get it. We got to put the work in, y'all. Just get it over with. It's the best. It's the best advice I got. Is just like Coach Sonic told you. Make the sacrifices short term so you can have the paradise long term. Get it over with. That's how this business works. All right. Let me give you a duplication secret. I want you to write down these 4 words. Okay. Write these down. Tell, show, try, and do. Write that down. Tell, show, try, and do. 4 words. Now, this is a duplication secret because we've got people on our team that are truly magnificent, truly talented, doing really well, but they're not having the duplication that leads to the much larger levels they want to be at. And if you keep in the main thing, you gotta have the tell, show, try, do method down. Now, when people first join, your people that join you, or even if you don't have a sponsor and your sponsor was a bozo and quit like mine did or like Coach Marcus did, that's fine. You might be flying solo. It works for you too. It worked for us, it'll work for you too. You gotta tell your new distributors off rip. You gotta give them strong directional leadership about the basic things that they have to do. We covered that a couple calls ago. I'm not gonna do that on this call, but you gotta tell them what to do. They just don't know. And sometimes they don't know what they need to know, and it's on you to instruct them. You gotta tell them. But not just tell them. See, that's the thing. You gotta show them. You have to show your new if you want duplication. Now, if you don't want duplication, you could just tell them, and it's fine. Good luck with that. Okay? You have to show them. And it's the showing process of you saying, this is how you log in, this is how you place an order, this is how you do a supply order. Walk them through it. If you're not local with them, get on the phone. Me and Rick Burnett was on the phone. All right, Rick, click on this, do that, click this, do that. Like, you have to show them how to do it, okay? Because if you don't show them, if they get it wrong, it's really on you, okay? So you have to show them what to do. And people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And the number one thing you can do is slow down for a second, tell them what to do and say, we're not stopping there. This is the assignment. This is the Zoom you need to be on. This is the event you need to be at. I'm going to show you. See, this is my screenshot from my ticket to the event. I'm going. This is pictures from me. You need to be in the chair. When you go to the event, you take a picture of the empty chair next to you and say, see that chair? That's your chair. I'm showing you what to do. I'm not just telling you. You have to show up. If you're not on the Zoom that Coach Sonic does for the whole company or his team, he's trying to show you. If you're not on Coach Marcus's Franchise Factor, he's trying to show you and show your team. It's not just for you. Get them on. What are you doing at 11 o'clock on the Saturday morning Central Time that's going to make you $100,000 next year? Probably nothing. You need to, but I got that. I know you got whatever, but I have to show you. Now, if you can't still make it, my conscience is now clear. My conscience is clear. If you're working with Tiara Moore and she said, listen, this is what I'm doing Saturday. I'm going to a farmer's market. You want to make 20 grand. I'm going to show you how to make 20 grand. Let's go. And you're like, ooh, T, I can't make it. She's trying to show you ways that work. And here's the thing. Coach Marcus does 99% of the stuff online. Coach Sonic does a mix of online and in person. Tiara and Auntie Charlotte, top earners, they do most of their stuff in person in a certain way. I do a lot of my stuff in person in places that I'm going to everybody's got a million different ways to do it. There's somebody you can link up with that'll show you how to do it. But my point is, you don't have to do it the way any of us do it. You can do it a way that works because there's a million different ways that work. Let me just be clear, but you do have to do it. So if you're going to tell them, then you got to show them, then they're going to try it. And now when they try it, because you showed them how to do it, now they're trying to do the things. They're trying to do the things. They're going to make some mistakes, probably. That's okay. You're still there to help tweak it and make it right, okay? The reason why your order didn't go through properly is because you were taking too long in the back office. The security setting timed you out. So you accidentally placed the order under yourself. Let me show you how to send a message to support and fix that. Let me show you how to fix that. Oh man, I learned, and it won't happen again. But tell, show, try, and then when they do it, now they're good. And what do you think they're going to do when they sign up somebody new? Tell, show, try, do. You lead by example, but even more, leading by example is just doing what we do. All right, made a bunch of money. All right, this, that, and third, cool. All right. No, show them. Show them. When we go to events, and how many people come in Orlando? Let me see that. Let me, and don't, if you come in Orlando, type Orlando in the chat. If you're watching Orlando online, then put that on there. But if you're not going to Orlando, if you're not going to be there online, I feel for you. Every single time we have an event, do you know that we do a portion specifically to show people how to get their first few orders? Does that make sense? You think we're not bored of doing that for 10 years in a row? Do you think we don't get, here we go. Do you think we don't get tired of it? Because there's always new people who need to learn it. We're telling you, we're showing you, and then other people who've already achieved it, they are going to help you at the event to make the sales and get the money, show you how to do it, and then you're going to do it. And then you get to teach your people how to do it. But if you're not, CTI right there, she just, there it is. One of her newbies is coming with her. You see, she's not just doing the stuff. She's telling them, she's showing them, she's making sure they're getting the same experience and skills that she got. Coach Sonic ain't missed an event since he first joined this company. Not one. Not one. I'm just telling you, okay? Now let's move on to the next part. We talked a little bit earlier on. See, Jessica's bringing her husband. There it is. She's not coming alone. How you going to have duplication if you're always by yourself? How are you going to have duplication if you're always by yourself? See, look, Seymour's bringing one of his personals. Shout out Lori Dooley. Lori Dooley's bringing a newbie. See what I'm saying? People are getting it. The worst thing you can do is come to an event and you're going to be by yourself. And you're going to be like, man, if only my team would have been here and they would have started doing this stuff, they would make money. But guess what? You would too. It's duplication. And we're fanatical about events because of this next concept I'm about to tell you about, okay? Oh, let me see in these comments. I'll leave people bringing guests. I'm getting excited. I didn't even want to pause the call, but I got to get up in here. Laura, then Crystal's bringing Jesse. Look, Jesse said Jesse going to play. Thank God. That's what I'm talking about. Lillian and Butch bringing a few. Tommy's bringing 2. Miss Howard is bringing a personal, and the newbies are going to be online. Love it. Shauna's bringing a personal from Tallahassee. Can't beat it. Cannot beat that. Sydney, I'm going to say this, and I say this to every event. And let me just do. In person is sold out. It is. We are packed to capacity. This is true. However, I personally know that typically 15 to 20% of the people who say I'm coming in person aren't going to show. So I ain't telling y'all what to do, but I'm going to tell you 2 things. Number one, just because Sydney just mentioned that, in honor of Cyber Monday, for one day only, we are going to bring the tickets from $97 to $40, only for Cyber Monday from tonight till tomorrow night. That's it. Only because Sydney that's a good idea. But number 2, I know me. There were events that were sold out at my previous companies. There was events that I didn't even qualify for because you had to have a certain rank to go. Do you know I went anyway? I went anyway because once I get there, you're not turning me away, bro. You're not turning me away. Take my money or figure it out, or I'll be outside at the door listening. I'm not going to miss this information. And when I was there, I saw, because I couldn't even get in. I was outside the door with some other people, and we're listening in. And then what happened was, when the top earners would come out, guess what they had to do? They had to go to the bathroom. And I remember this dude's name. His name was Joel McNinch. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Joel McNinch. He was a multi-million-dollar earner, probably still is, but he was at a company back in the day called Manatech. I don't know if y'all remember Manatech from back in my old school network marketing. Remember Manatech? I don't know if they're still open. And I jammed Joel. He probably remembers this. We wasn't at Manatech. He had left that company. He was with another company. And I didn't qualify to go to this event, diamond training. I didn't care. I'm going anyway, driving all kind of hours. Either I'm going to get in this room and get this information, but I could not get in the room at the hall, okay? I'm outside with some other people. We listening in. And when Joe left that stage, I hemmed him up in the men's bathroom. This is a true story. This is a true story. I kid you not. I got Joe. Joe, he probably remember this. I got Joe in the bathroom. He hadn't even got ready to go. Joe, hey, man, look, love the training. So great, man. Look, I need one tip. Give me something. Give me information. Give me something right now I can use to get to the level you at, and I'll leave you my promise. And that's literally what I told him. He probably remembers that. He probably remembers that. And I was just a new, goofy network marketer, but nobody wasn't telling me no. I wasn't playing that. I wasn't playing that. I had a mission. I had a goal, and it is what it is. And please, if you don't have an in-person ticket for Orlando, get it. Coach Sonic say don't do it in the back. Yeah, don't do what I did. But I wouldn't be mad at you if you did, because it worked for me. And the information he gave me just to get me off his back, he was like, "All right, you good on the back?" I'm good. And I left. And when everybody else was out going to the bathroom on break, I went into the actual event. I went into the event when it was on break, and I just found a seat because they had seat. I found a seat. That's true story. True story. So that being said, I'm gonna give you this next one. We talked about this earlier. On the live training we did on just wealth and biblical principles, okay? And we talked about a verse where King Solomon prayed for wisdom, and he got wealth because he didn't pray for wealth. He prayed for wisdom. And we got to a verse where we understood the correlation between wealth and wisdom is what you want to get first, okay? And Proverbs 13:20 said, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise." Now remember, biblically, there's a direct correlation between wisdom. In fact, wisdom is actually referred to as silver and rubies and hidden treasure. There are even points when the Bible says, look, this is how it works. This is why a wealthy person can lose everything and be wealthy again in a year. Made all the money back, probably more. That happens all the time. And so it says right there, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise." This is where Jim Rome got the law of association and personal development from that verse. The law of association. I'm going to put it to you in another secular way, but I always love the way this was said. Money stands next to money. Write that down. If you don't memorize the verse, that's fine. But just know that in network marketing context, money stands next to money. It is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When this industry started, the network marketing industry was birthed out of spiritual principles because people were in the word and they were waking up to, man, I don't like this job. Something feels off about this job. I don't like it. Something's off. I need that. It's not lining up with what I'm reading about the future that God has for me. And so they were like, you know what? We need to start working together. We need to figure out community commerce. There's got to be a way for us to provide value, a product or something, and we can make what about being rich when it first started? It was about, we just need to pay the bills after the recession. We just need to pay the bills after World War I and II. Like, this industry is over 100 years old. Just remember that. So that was Proverbs 13:20. Yeah, look, Sharon last name is wisdom. Sharon, you need to be paid. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So the point is, that's where it came from. And they started taking scriptural verses and translating that into formats that more people would be willing to accept, because everybody wasn't in the word back then. It was a weird word, still a weird world, but that's where this stuff come from. So you can trace, and part of the Bible personal development class that we'll probably do in 2025, part of what it shows you is every network marketing success principle you can find. Where y'all think the binary came from? Do you think somebody was just asleep one day and went, oh, you know what? I'm going to start a network marketing pay plan where the money really works if you recruit two people who work with two people and teach them to go duplicate? That don't sound familiar. That don't sound how Noah loaded up the ark in the Old Testament. That don't sound familiar that Jesus sent out the disciples 2 by 2. Where do you think the binary really came from? It was literal. Okay. A lot of what we teach and a lot of what we do has spiritual roots. And if you just reconnect with that, the business is going to make a lot more sense. The whole verse about study to show thyself approved. Do you not realize why we harp so much on studying books, videos? It's all there. And I'm not even upset. I think it's an honor that this stuff has been lost, apparently. Apparently, we forgot where we came from in the network marketing industry, and we have to get back to our roots. So that being said, money stands next to money. Please be in Orlando. The tickets will be $40 tomorrow. Only that tonight till tomorrow night only. Please get you some. Be there in person, be there live. If you can't, you got to sit on the floor, stand on the wall. So be it. I'm over it. I don't want I don't want anybody to not get what they supposed to get and not have the best 2025 they can have. So that's that. And they'll be back up to $97 tomorrow night. Just letting you know. Okay. But money stands next to money. That's a biblical principle. It's a spiritual principle because the wise stand next to the wise. And even if you're not wise, Proverbs says if you just associate with wise people, you will by default come wise. It's just what it is. I can't give it to you no more simple. And we'll close with this. When you're working with top earners and you're learning and you're watching and observing, if you're around Coach Sonic, let's say Coach Sonic, you have a home meeting and Coach Sonic comes to your home. Do you know if you don't have Nova coffee, you don't have to have coffee, but if you got Folgers and everything but Nova, he'd be like, what is that and why? If I come to your house to do a home meeting and I go into the bathroom to wash my hands and you don't have our soap there, I'm gonna be like, this is clearly why you're not where you want to be, because it's not clicking. It's not there's still a disconnect between the you that you are and the you that you want to be. You have to mentally become that person first, right? Thank you, ladies. Product of the product. Thank you. Product of the product. That's just that part of it. And if you're not fanatical about your own stuff, you can never expect anybody to really take you seriously. They're not going to just tell you they don't take it seriously. They're going to feel it. They're going to feel. It's not even an action thing. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It's your thoughts. Your thoughts are not like, if you got some other product there and we have the product, that doesn't make any sense. You can't be. All right, I'm over it. All right. So we'll close with this. The real secret, like to you developing the duplication, to making the seasons of your life work, to really being a person who stands next to money and you just soak up the vibration, you just get it, to be a person who can implement, tell, show, try, and do. Okay. The real magic is not in any technique. Those change. Technology changes MLM techniques every 2 days. The real magic is in you. It's always you. It's always been you. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, is the foundational principle of all personal development. And network marketing, the industry, was birthed from the personal development movement in the late 1800s and early 1900s, period. It all comes back down to you. Full accountability, full success, and everything else. And I got to chat about what is that on my neck. This is what I'll tell you, that these spiritual principles work in every aspect of your life, not just network marketing. So we'll close with the story. I went to drove past an Axe place about a year and a half ago. Happened to be driving in Florida, getting used to the area, and saw an Axe throwing venue. I go into the Axe throwing venue, and I wasn't very good, but I already knew, because I have network marketing, spiritual development principles in my bag. I knew that it's going to take work to be good. And I decided that day, this is kind of fun. It's not fun at basketball, but I'll take it. And it's something I can do without a team, just for me. I can focus on myself and the team can't hold me back. Not like basketball. And so I started practicing, went to my first tournament. And a lot of people know I went 0-8. Got smoked by everybody I played in every event. I had some games where I almost won. I got smoked in everything. Now, that's like in network marketing, getting a bunch of no's. That was clearly a winter season for me. In my axe throwing career, my first tournament was terrible. They were all terrible. The first couple were bad, but I kept practicing because I know if I just continue to put the work in, the results will come. And after a couple of months, started doing good. After about a year, close to a year, won my first tournament. And in fact, read, MJ knows, I got the books off Amazon. I read the books. I was on YouTube. I watched the videos. Everything I tell you, I teach that I really do in real life for network marketing and for Axstone, and per anything you want, you get 5 books and you watch 10 YouTube videos and you put 20 to 40 hours of work in. Give it a full work week of that activity and you'll be better than 99% of people that you know. You'll become a micro expert behind 5 books, 10 videos, and 20 to 40 hours of practice doing the thing. Okay. And when we come to network marketing, that don't mean 20 to 40 hours on Zooms. It means 20 to 40 hours of talking to real people, building a business and sharing the products. And then you'll have the proper foundation for growth. And now coming into today, yesterday night was the end of the ACT season for 2024. December it ends in November. And this year I've won not 1 league championship. These are heavy too. Not 2 league championships, but 3 league championships. Okay. And glory to God that I won 3 league championships. That should be more than enough to qualify me for world championships in 2025, which was my goal. Not to win world championships, but just to qualify to attend, because last year I wasn't good enough to qualify. And I knew guys that were going, I was competitive. I'm like, Ed, I'm competitive. I'm like, man, I'm gonna smoke all these bozos. And I did. But it took a lot of work. Now, the only reason why I could apply myself and take an hour or 2 a day to train in Axstone, the only reason is, 1, MJ's supportive. That's number 1. She's like, cool, do whatever you want to do, is cool. But even more than that is because I don't have a job. That's the thing. So when people say network marketing is a scam, I don't even hear them. I still hear that from people who have a job. When people say network marketing is a scam, or even when some of y'all don't believe in the opportunity that we have, it hurts my heart, because I know how real this can be for any of you if you really believed in it. If you really believed in it, your lifestyle would show. I don't have to say nothing. I don't have to say nothing. They can watch from afar and see. And when you had a job and you were working 60 hours a week, you were working 6-12, 6, you were working 6 to 6 days a week for the police. How did you even find the time? You don't find the time, you make it. You make what, again, we brought it full circle. When I was first doing this industry, wasn't no football games, no basketball games. I was at the gym barely. I missed all my nieces, nephews' birthdays. Mom and dad missed Christmas, Thanksgiving, no holiday. I had 0, because I knew that if I just sacrificed things that I like temporarily, I would gain permanent possession of the things that I love permanently. There's no advance or bust about it. That the only shortcut I could give you is get it over with and put the work in. Period. That's a true story. I missed that. My parents were mad. My family was mad. The young lady I was dating at the time, out. She's like, I'm out. I can't. You always working. You always. That's a true story. Okay. So it's not easy. And take that back. It's not easy, but it's not hard. And it's definitely worth it. All right. So I appreciate y'all so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Coach Sonic, for putting this call together. Again, we got, I'm gonna pop over in the other group, do the testimonial customer group. I hope y'all been adding people to that group. I'm gonna do a quick product training over there for the Black Friday specials. Just gotta polish that up right quick. You can share that information, tag people or whatnot, and take advantage of the Cyber Monday sales. There's only, I think, 1 with each company, but all the Black Friday sales are still there. So if you didn't take advantage of them now, please take advantage of them now. And I already told everybody on my list, my Christmas list, y'all are, this is going to be the 5th year in a row. All y'all gifts are coming from Green Organics. Y'all already know. Don't even expect Mattel, Hasbro, every gift that y'all getting is all coming from Green Organics. I put them on notice every year, so they don't expect nothing different. And that is a fact. All right. Love y'all. God bless y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. We'll see y'all on the next one.